Hi, I'm Kenda with Finn Real Estate Group. Happy New Year. And wow, what a year we had in the Los Cabos real estate market last year. Graphs of 2022 data resemble a roller coaster that would never be approved for construction. And I've seen some crazy roller coasters. As you know, most of the dramatic changes that we saw were probably a result of the pandemic. And you can think what you will about COVID-19, but it did change our world in some pretty unique ways. The global shutdown made people understand that they could really work from anywhere. And once they realized that, they knew they could live anywhere they wanted to live. The world is turned upside down. Why not enjoy life to the fullest? So they came for a visit and got a taste of Cabo life and decided to buy property here. Well, now that the world is somewhat back to normal, whatever normal is, we've been witnessing chaos in the financial markets in the United States and Canada, with hikes in the interest rates that have stomped on the brakes of the housing market, as I've said in the past. It made us wonder what would happen to the market in Cabo. Most assumed that it would follow suit. But as we've discussed many times on this channel, the market in Cabo differs from markets to our north in a few key ways. I think that the first and main difference is that Cabo is a cash market. Hikes in mortgage rates have slowed US and Canadian markets, but they don't really matter here. Most people who purchase properties here pay cash for them. So that makes mortgage rate hikes irrelevant. Second, the stock market is doing really poorly. So people are witnessing their money evaporate. But the Cabo rental market is producing terrific income. So savvy investors realize that their money will work harder for them in a property here than it would in the traditional investment vehicles. So early in the stock market dip, some people pulled their money out and bought property here, knowing that the ROI would be better than the stock market. And so far it has. I think that really helped our market stay strong. Will we continue at the pace we saw in 2022? Well, that's an excellent question. Everyone feels unsure, and I am no exception. Sellers wonder if they missed out on the peak sellers market cycle, and buyers wonder if they're ever going to be able to find a good value again. What do I think is coming in 2023? Well, in general, I'm forecasting that this year will be a slower year than 2022 was for Los Cabos. I do not, however, believe that our market will crash, as many of the followers of the US and Canadian markets like to warn me, but I do think it will level out. I look at this slowdown as more of a correction than anything to be concerned about, and I welcome it. I believe demand will stay high, but that inventory will increase, especially in certain zones and price points, and I think this will have a stabilizing effect on our prices. I believe we will for sure switch back into a buyer's market. Some places have already done this and the data support this, especially in properties priced above 300K and around 800,000. This particular price point was overbuilt in 2022 in response to the extreme inventory shortages. With the imminent increase in supply that's going to happen once these new properties are completed, prices are likely to decrease in those sectors. This is happening a lot in the Cabo corridor. And if you remember from my previous videos, the Cabo corridor is the area where I've mentioned you can probably get the best deal. Again, because supply is really high there. Okay, things are switching back to a buyer's market. Great. But is now a good time to buy? Well, I think that it's always a good time to buy in Cabo. No breaking news headlines there. Cabo offers a unique lifestyle that only gets better over time. It's also important to note that apart from the 2009 global housing market crash, Cabo has always been a market with prices that trended in the right direction, up. I have clients who I've been working with for several years, and nearly every single one of them wishes that they had purchased property a year ago. So yeah, I think it's a good time to buy. If you're a seller, I'm sorry, but we are phasing out of the record-setting seller's market that we saw in 2022. In certain zones and price points, there is still limited inventory. I think that people who purchased property pre and mid pandemic will likely hold on to these properties so they won't represent additional inventory coming on the market. That is good news for sellers. However, we do have a record number of pre-construction listings right now. So if buyers are willing to wait, they may opt for a brand new home. And if you think about it, the timeline of a pre-construction house might be very attractive to buyers who think the market at home will turn around. It gives them time to plan for the periodic deposits that they must make, and depending on their specific payment schedule, waiting might be a really good thing for them. If you are really ready to sell your home, here's what you need to know. Your property needs to be priced realistically and fairly to be competitive. You should understand that the average days on the market is close to 8 months for condos and 6 months for houses. So set your expectations accordingly. Having said that, if you're patient, you may still stand to make a very attractive profit depending on the condition of your home and its location. And as of November, which are the last numbers currently available on our local MLS system, prices are still mostly trending upwards, though more gradually than it was in those crazy spikes that we saw in the middle of last year. The roller coaster, remember? Well, overall, I think it's going to be a great year for Los Cabos in a less frenetic way. And I'm really looking forward to it. Really, when I study the stats, the only thing I see that's leveling off is the sold to list ratio, which is now back down to a still really pretty great 98%. I feel very positive about 2023, but I would love to hear your thoughts. It's always so fun for me to read your comments, even when you think I'm wrong, which I'm generally not. No, sometimes I am. If you find my videos valuable for you, please like and subscribe to my channel, and that will help you receive my updates about the latest trends in the market in Los Cabos. And as always, I would love to work with you if you're interested in buying or selling a property in Cabo. Ciao, and here's to 2023. Thanks for watching.